Tanin Auto Electronics here. Today we're working with a Freightliner cluster speedometer pod here. As you can see, the LCD is bad. It's very common on these models. The lighting in it fails. Can't really see it, but there's no backlighting, and then the digits go out. So we're going to show you, we developed and manufactured an LCD for this. And we're going to show you how to take this apart and do it yourself, because it is fairly easy. So now that we know it's bad, you might have to take this out of the panel. And we found that using something like this strap wrench here, or whatever it's called, around this piece will, this one's on there a little bit tight, it'll pop this loose, and then you can actually take this out of the panel. So we'll put that aside, and let's see if we've got the right tool here. Now for this black part, which has to come off next, it looks like it locks in, like it twists in, but we have not figured out a way to successfully untwist this and pop it off. I don't know if there's a special tool for it, but anything we've used kind of scratched this or bent it or crushed it. So what we found is that you find one of the tabs in here and get a flathead screwdriver, and then don't want to crack it or anything. We've actually never broken one of these doing it this way. So you're just going to pry this black top part over one of the tabs. So you see we just popped it loose there. Once you get it past one of them, it'll just pop off the other ones. This one looks like it was glued or something at some point. But once you get it off one, then you're golden. The rest will just come right off. There we go. And then installation is just the reverse. What you want to do is find, you see how it's kind of like tab, there's a little one and then a tab and the long piece. Just find the tab in this ring. There's like a little lock thing tab, and then line it up with the hole in here, and then make sure it's tight like so, and then just work this around and then push it and pop it back on. So that's the easiest way to do that. Then this piece is a little rubber gasket, and then the plastic lens. Usually you can get something in here and then not scratch it or damage the rubber gasket. This pops out. Be sure to clean all this, like clean this rubber part, and then clean the lens, polish this lens, the front and back, because you see it gets all full of dust. We use plastic, I think it's called Plast-X from Meguiar's, I believe it is. It works really well on this. So this piece, there's a little spacer. Keep all this together, and then there's two little plastic, whatever you want to call them, sticks, and then those push the option buttons. So keep that together, put it aside, and then there's another ring in here. It's this plastic little, usually that pops it out of there, so put that aside, and then the cluster itself will come out. Might take a little persuasion. Sometimes you can get your fingers in here and push the pins down, because what you're doing, you're just pushing this out of the plastic housing. So just like so. Okay, so once you're in here, you might want to place this motor. It's just we carry these 589 motors. We should also have these speakers in stock. A lot of times these go out too. But what we're concerned about right now is the LCD. So you want to push this needle to where it gently stops. So it's usually right below the 0. And we're going to mark it. You can mark it with whatever you want. Put a piece of tape on there. And then just mark that position. And then you can twist and pull. Twist and pull, and it comes right off. Now, this one actually looks like it has some corrosion in here, so we're going to have to clean all that up. Always inspect, your chip in here. It looks like there's some water damage even possibly on the board. Otherwise, it looks like it's working alright. Okay, next, this black piece in here, there's a couple tabs on top, 1, 2, and it's all kind of attached to this top plastic part, which goes through the board here, and then on the other side, and then here's the LCD ribbon. I'm going to pop this little tab loose. That will get the ribbon out of there, just like you see it just popped out. And then work this back and forth, just kind of wiggle it and pull at the same time, and that separates just like that. So that's done. Now this black part is sometimes stuck in here, but it's not actually, I don't think it's glued, or maybe it is, but either way you need to pry this out of here like so. Be back in the next part of the video. Alright, so this piece is out. Now the LCD's here. This, since it's garbage, just pull it out of here. This is glued to there. So that is junk. You don't need any of this. Now be aware of the alignment here. Just make sure to remember which way everything goes. Now you're going to take our LCD out of the package. It says Tanin Electronix. That's because we made it. We stamp our logo on there. Our logo is also on the ribbon here, and then on the board, lightly on top here. So right now we're the only people making this. We hope to keep it that way. But of course, copies could come out, and you don't want to end up with a copy because it's not as good as ours. So, next step is putting the LCD in here. It's kind of easier for us, what we found. So here's the ribbon. It's a little longer just because it has to loop around. So you're going to want to loop it back because it has to come back into the plug on the right hand side. And this can just kind of sit in here. There's, it doesn't have to be tight. It doesn't have to go all the way in because there's nothing below it. So as long as the LCD, make sure this is secured in the plastic. It kind of pops in there and then it won't fall out. So get that in there, and remember there's film on here that you must remove. A lot of people, not a lot, but a few people left it on and they say, well, my screen's bubbling. Well, no, it's not. You didn't take off the protector. So take off that plastic. Now we want to plug in the ribbon, and once that's done, push the little tabs down like so, and then push. Now this can go back in independently from the top part. It doesn't have to be all one piece. So don't worry if this gets, it's going to bend a little bit in here just because it has to squeeze through there. That should not affect anything. You could grind down this post here just for a little bit more clearance. But again, once you put it in, leave it, it should be fine. It's not going to damage anything. So this is in. Now we're going to put this back all together. And then installation is reverse of disassembly. Alright, here's the LCD installed. You can see everything is nice and clear again. And let me hit this button here. You can see all the options in there. And there you have it. So it looks good contrast wise and brightness, and it should get your truck running back to how it used to be. So thanks for watching, and find us on social media, our website taninautoelectronics.com. We're all over the place. If you want to call us, you can call us, send us a message, whatever you like. So again, take care and thank you.